Welcome to the 7th day of my breathwork challenge. I have to say, this is really quite interesting. I've never recorded a challenge before. It's kind of like getting you're getting to read my journal and my inner musings. You're welcome. So the 7th day is what's called a rest and digest day, all about relaxation. Now, the breath work that's been happening in days 1 to 6 and will happen again next week for 6 days, and then there's a relaxation day. So the breath work is all about energizing myself in the morning, and if you're following along, then energizing yourself so that you can focus more, so that you can be more productive, so that you can feel better able to cope with whatever the day throws at you. The 7th day is all about relaxation. Now, we have 2 nervous systems in our bodies. One is called the sympathetic nervous system. Sometimes you can call that the stress system. And that's the system that's kind of activated when you're energizing. This first week has all been about euphoric breathing, and the aim has been, as I said, to energize and activate the sympathetic nervous system so that you're ready for action. Day 7, relaxation day, is all about triggering the parasympathetic nervous system, or as I like to refer to it, the peace system that brings relaxation and calm focus. And what we had to do today was a 4-2-6 pattern. So the best way to activate your parasympathetic nervous system is to exhale for longer than you inhale. And so the exercise today was to do 5 minutes of a 4-2-6 pattern. So 4 seconds or the count of 4, breathe in for the count of 4, hold for 2, and then breathe out for the count of 6. Now, I have to say, I found this really calming. And yet, the more I tried to focus on my inner muse, my intuition, the less I felt connected to it. It was really strange. It felt forced. So I kind of gave up trying. The meditation that I did after the breathing, after the breathwork exercise, was again a meditation aimed to get me in touch with my inner muse, my intuition. I like to call my intuition that gut feeling, my inner muse, that inspiration. And again, during the meditation, I blanked. And so I started wondering have you ever had an experience where you've tried to get in touch with that gut feeling, your intuition? What's the best thing to do if you're trying to make a decision? Have you ever tried to get in touch with your intuition and blanked? Well, that's exactly what happened to me today. If that happens, maybe ponder, as I have been doing, on what is the message that you don't want to hear? What is the message that you're resistant to? Now, I'm lucky because I have skills in coaching and I'm able to coach myself and indeed gain support from my mentors and coaches to help me go down and find what it is that I'm blocked. If you don't have that support available, then get in touch, email me, and I can talk to you and tell you about my seismic shift process that will help you get down to the cause, the root that underlies these blocks that you might be experiencing. And when you get rid of that underlying root cause, everything becomes clearer. So I found the 5 minutes of deep inhaling after the 5 minutes of the relaxation using that 4-2-6 pattern. In today's exercise, it was then 5 minutes of deep inhaling and holding your breath as long as you possibly could, and then exhale. Now, if you've been following along with this challenge, you'll know that I'm very challenged to hold my breath. But I managed it probably for about a minute, maybe a minute, 15 seconds or so, thereabouts. And I did feel the whole thing was forced today, which I thought was interesting, given that the day was all aimed at relaxation. Does it mean it doesn't work? No, because I absolutely feel calm and relaxed. It simply means that the stuff going on in my unconscious mind that for the moment I'm resistant to hearing. And I'm lucky, as I say, I've got a lot of strategies that will enable me to dig deep and find out what that actually is. So my goal for the rest of the day is to work to allow my inner voice to speak so that I can hear my inner muse and let myself know and understand what that message that I was resistant to hear, what that message actually was. So my message to you is, if ever you find yourself struggling to get in touch with that gut feeling, that intuition, that, oh yeah, I know I need to do that, that's the right thing to do, know that it is totally natural to sometimes struggle to hear your inner voice, that inner guide that is there to serve you and will never steer you wrong. And if you are struggling and you don't have the tools to help, know that help is available. Hope you're finding this challenge interesting to observe. Please put your comments in the chat below and let me know how you're getting on with any breathwork exercises that you're doing. Next week, starting tomorrow, it's all about holotropic breathing, holotropic breathing. So I'll let you know what that's all about tomorrow. See you then.